This is Authentic and Ambitious with Allison Crow. I'm Allison Crow, your host, and I'm an intuitive life and business coach helping authentic and ambitious women keep the soul and success in their life and work through deep coaching, savvy business strategy, and connected community. This podcast is here to help bring insight, awareness, and action to your authentic and ambitious life. Let's do this. Hey. Holy shit, y'all. Soulful people, welcome to the Authentic and Ambitious podcast. Today, I am going to be doing a quick rundown of being and doing as a way to prosperity. This is a business framework that I use to keep my mind focused and on business. We are going to be having a masterclass, a Saturday masterclass, doing a deep dive on this content. And I don't have the sales page now. I don't even know if we're going to put up a sales page, but it is going to be on Saturday, the 13th of March from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Central Time. And you can message me about getting into that class. Excuse me. Good morning. Get my comments up there. I am live streaming this. This will be published. I don't know when it'll be published. It'll be published. It'll be published hopefully before the masterclass that I just set up. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. And if you're able, you might want to grab a pen and a pencil because this will give you some things to think about. But this is really a business map that I use to stay balanced, sane, and focused in my business. And so we're going to start with the authentic side. And the authentic side is about your being. A lot of people out in the world are showing, a lot of people in the world are out there promising you your bullet point promises and your map and the how to, and here's everything to do. And I've seen in 15 years of coaching and 17 years of being self-employed, I have seen and taught ways of doing things. But if we don't cultivate the being, then the doing doesn't happen. I have also seen people cultivate the being without any of the doing. So let's start today with the being side. Okay. So under being, which is always where we want to start first, I have cultivate. Resilience is our security, ownership, and manage. So what we want to cultivate is our inner being. Our inner being is made up of our spiritual self, our identity, our beliefs, our energy, and our mindset. And in the class, we're going to go deeper into each one of these, but we want to cultivate who we be. Are we being the essence of the woman that we're becoming? Are we being the identity? Are we believing things that will support us? Are we managing our energy, our rest, our emotions? And are we managing our mind? Resilience is security, is a part of our authentic being. Many of my clients, I learned that from Michelle Bauman, God rest her soul. She's passed away a couple years ago of breast cancer, but she taught me the phrase, money is not my security, my resilience is my security. And as a business owner, definitely we need to be cultivating our resilience. Part of that is one of my core values, cultivating self-trust, being willing to be uncomfortable. We can do hard things, and cultivating courage in both our inner worlds, our emotional worlds, our relationships, and in our business. The third section of authentic being, which is going to be the left side of the map, is ownership. Be the decider. My soulies and I have that saying, like, it's fun because every once in a while now they come up and they go say, I was the decider. I was the decider. And that comes from a joke that my husband and I have about something a long time ago that one of the Bush presidents said. We stole it. But be a decider. Make a decision. Decide for yourself. Don't wait for permission is what being a decider is about. And then the second part of ownership is owning your habits and tying in your habits with your identity. Okay, we'll go deeper into that in the masterclass as well. Lots of great content on identity and how they're connected with habits from James Clear, one of my mentors in that. And then the final part of authenticity and being side of this map is managing our doubt and fear. Doubt and fear don't go away. I have a creator on Instagram and TikTok that I love, and he's a spiritual, funny, humorous guy. But it's like when fear comes up and doubt comes up, he's like, bitch, go away. And I've tried that route and it never goes away. So I've cultivated and created ways of being with and recognizing fear and doubt because they are a part of my life team, my business team. So we learn to manage doubt and fear, which include overwhelm, confusion, procrastination, comparison. Who gets stuck in that comparison trap? Man, that sucker will take you off track fast. Visibility and what I call frothing. And frothing is a nervous system response so that we don't have to actually do hard things. Okay, that is, I know I went really quick. We are going to spend 3 hours on Saturday. It's the new moon on the 13th of March, going on a deep dive in these, really setting you up for recognizing. What's amazing is if you sit down on any Monday morning and you begin to think about your week, like in a quiet time, steady time, thinking time. What I love, and I keep this on my bulletin board behind my computer. And you'll notice, those of you who are watching visually, sorry, podcast people, but visually, I've slightly shifted the way my computer monitor sits. So it's a little catty corner so that I can actually see my bulletin board. And I keep this on my bulletin board and I do a self check-in. And I check in to make sure that my being is aligned. And I can just go down this list and notice, and then do that alignment. And then what's really fun is we get into, well, I love the being, but I also love the doing. That's kind of what's special about me, is that I'm a master of both. And so the second half is the ambition side. So we have authentic and ambition. The second side is the ambitious side. It is the doing side. And so this is the list of all the doing that creates a successful business. And so I'm going to run down this list. And again, in the masterclass for being and doing an authentic and ambitious business map, we are, so the first thing, there are 4 sections, okay? I've had a couple of teachers, they call them different things, but I have a couple of teachers that talk about these 4 distinct blocks of your business. So the first one is your marketing. Who are you selling to? I used to think that who didn't matter. I could just fling the spaghetti out into the world. And now I see that really knowing who my people are, which is also really knowing who I am. And the more I be me and speak to you, the better it all works. Exposure. So many people build a service. This is not, if you build it, they will come. If you build it and market it and sell it, they will come. So exposure, frequency, and intensity. We'll talk more about that in the class. And then always service before the sale. How can we connect and give our clients an experience of working with us without having to cold work with each other? Cold working in professional services is really difficult because it's not just a product, it's actually a relationship. And most of my clients are either coaches, realtors, photographers, marketing people, creatives. The creatives sometimes do have a product. but even the photographers that have a product, right? There's a relationship there. So service before the sale. So marketing, who, your target market, your exposure, the frequency, intensity, visibility, right? That's one of our mindset things, because a lot of people really want to have somebody come knock on their door, but they don't want to be visible, right? So the second one is sales. This is one of the biggest areas where I see people are happy to jump on the marketing train. They're happy to jump on social media and social media market, but I see people falling behind on the sales piece or ignoring the sales skills. That's actually how I became a coach. I started out as a sales coach for real estate agents. So for sales, we are going to, for sales, under sales is prospecting and connecting. And so, yes, I'm using traditional sales language because I want soulful people to reclaim the space of soulful sales. I do not want to have the buttholes out there to get all the sales language. We can make new meaning for prospecting, connecting. What are your sales activities? How do you create clients? How do you cultivate clients? And then making offers and invitations. And then a soulful way of, I don't even want to call it handling objection, but educating your clients. The next quadrant is delivery. Delivery, this is the part y'all love to do. Everybody loves to deliver, but nobody wants to do the marketing, sales, or the operations. Delivery are your skills and your systems. What skills do you have and are you cultivating? So one of the things that even after 15 years, I slow down. So one of the things I'm focusing on and studying right now, I'm studying professionally, I'm studying leadership qualities. I'm studying specifically how to help my clients become better leaders, not just my own intrinsic leadership. And then personally, I'm also studying, caring too much. I'm studying with a coach about going even deeper into emotional work, trauma informed in myself, in others. So your delivery, your skills, and then your systems. Your systems are the way that you deliver your services. Then the last quadrant of the ambition side, the doing side, is your operations. And this is one that a lot of online business owners can get away with not really setting things up. And I tell you, when you set this stuff up, now, don't wait to start your business, but when you set this stuff up, it begins to hold space for the creative and the delivery, right? It begins to hold for the others. So number one is finances. You guys, I have my IRS checks. I have one for what I didn't pay in quarterly. So I've already paid my quarterly. I have a little bit more of a balance due. That means I made more money than last year. And I have first quarter for next year already submitted, just got the e-file thing today. I am done with my taxes and I have money left over in my tax savings account. I am ahead of the game because I finally quit avoiding this in my business. So you're tracking your expenses, tracking your income, implementing profit first, tracking. Fall in love with your money. Begin to have a relationship with the money aspect of your business. Begin to get very clear with your goals. I love having a vision, but really thinking about your pricing, etc. The other part of operations is your team and your support. Many of you know that the last 2 years I have really deepened into allowing high-level support. I have a bookkeeper. The very first thing I got was a CPA. He's been with me for 17 years. He actually, on my first day of real estate, a coach and a CPA. So coaches, CPA, I got a bookkeeper about 5 or 6 years ago. I've had VA assistants, but right now I have full on concierge and VA assistant. I have a marketing team and I have a producer and I have a writer. My marketing team, I call it producing. So I have somebody that produces the audio, But I also have somebody on my marketing team that watches everything I do and say, and she creates content that, like on the week of the storms, my brain, I was managing my own addiction to doing and was like, oh no, this is taken care of. We wrote this last month. And so it's kind of nice to have a combination of organic content, which I love creating organic content, and team created content that supports me when my organic is off her rocker. And then finally, systems. Systems. Systems are one of the things that, whether you systems and tools. So right now I'm using a tool called StreamYard to live stream this to my Instagram, not to my Instagram. We can't live stream to Instagram except for organically, to Facebook, to my YouTube channel. And it will also create a video and it will create a live, it will create a video, it's live streamed, and it will create an audio that I will then download and send to my audio producer. And she will take that and take care of it and then pop it over to my marketing team, which will end up publishing the podcast. I also have systems for, I have a coaching membership, and I cannot imagine having to process those credit cards every single month. So all that stuff is automated, right? We have certain things that are automated and certain things that are organic. So that is the ambition side, the marketing, the sales, the delivery, the operations. And again, we are going to go deep into this on Saturday, the 13th of March. If you would like to be in that masterclass, the price is going to be $288. Send me a message and I will hook you up for that class. We're going to go deep. It is a 3-hour class. We'll have a short break at the 90 minutes, but we are going to do a deep dive into the being and the doing, and you will end up getting a copy of this business map for you to hang on your wall, to put up, to help align you, right? Like when you're driving your car, you can look and see, if your tank is empty, right? By the monitor. And so in using this authentic and ambitious business map, the map of being and doing, it can help be like bumpers in bowling, right? It can help guide you. And for me, it's a really good thing. If I start to get overwhelmed or overthinking, I just come back to the skeleton and I take a look and I take an assessment and I begin from there. So with that, if you would like to be a part of that masterclass, send me a message on Facebook, send me an email, reach out to me on Instagram, send me a message, and we will, let's just do it that way. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's just make it nice and easy. If you're listening to this podcast, I'm sitting here thinking I may have screwed up on the systems and the time. We have 2 weeks, but I may have to publish this one early so that we're not escaping. Anyways, thank you for spending time with me. Cultivate your being. And then embody your being in your business by doing. That's the secret sauce. That plus you being you. Peace out, you guys. Have a fan-fucking-tastic week. I love you. I appreciate the time and attention you give to let me love on you. Let me know if you learned something. Let me know if you got an insight from this video or this podcast. I would love to hear. Have a great week. Thanks for listening to Authentic and Ambitious. You can find out more and connect with me at AllisonCrow.com. The show is sponsored by my 3 rescue dogs, Leroy Brown, Clementine, and Rocky Potato. They're here to remind you to consider adoption the next time you're looking for a pet. Special thanks to Stacey Harris and Callie Orr with Uncommonly More and Elise Rich for making the production and promotion of this podcast possible and professional. Until next time, be your authentic and ambitious self. The world needs you.